they don't know they need it. You're a really special person. And I'm very happy that you're in my classroom. It makes me happy every day to see you. And I appreciate the fact that you take care of other people as well as you do. Okay, sorry, we get a little too, yeah, okay. I'll stop looking at you, my apologies. All right, moving on. What does it mean when a car depreciates? What's a depreciation? Connor?
It's like sticker price, like evaluates, like it lowers over like a certain amount of time.
Okay, yeah, so basically, after a car is taken off the lot at a dealership, it actually loses a great deal of its value immediately because it's not a new car anymore. But over time, a car loses value. How about a house? Does a house lose value or gain value over time?
Somehow it gains.
Depends.
On the market.
It depends on the market a little bit, but also it depends on how you're taking care of it, right? Let's say that you take a car, a brand new car, and you take excellent care of it. This is not like our super fancy car. This is just like a normal, but it's a new car, and you take excellent care of it. Will that car value go up or down?
Down.
Down. Let's say that you have a house that you just bought, it is new to you, and you are doing a great job with that house. You are keeping things all up to date. You are making sure that things are updated. The house is looking really nice. Will that house go up or down in value?
Up.
Probably up. Maybe could stay the same with the market, maybe could go slightly down with the market, but car values go consistently down. And the reason why is because as you use a car, it becomes less desirable because it only has like a certain kind of shelf life, I guess you could say. Not like, shelf life was the wrong word for it because that means it expires, but like it only has so many miles in it essentially. If you take an excellent expert care of a car, you could technically have a car that runs infinitely. But eventually you're gonna have to replace almost everything on that car, right? Even the stuff on the outside is gonna start to rust eventually. Parts are gonna have to go. Eventually you're just gonna keep replacing things in your car until they're the right way. Now, the only exception is when you have a car that is so old that is considered a classic. And then those values start going up when they hit a certain age. So unless you have a car that is like from the 1970s or earlier and it is in beautiful condition, then probably your car from the 90s that is not doing so hot is almost worthless. Yep.
Well, technically, there is a shelf life for a car. I mean, you couldn't keep it going forever because eventually companies are going to stop making parts for it.
Depends on you. I think the world record holder has a car that has almost 1 million miles on it.
I bet it's over that. I've seen it over that.
So, anyway, next question. An average car, but you're right, it is harder and harder to find parts, but there are also some tenacious, weird people in the world, Connor. All right, the average car depreciates about 45% after 4 years. So if the original cost of this car was $14,500, what do you think the difference is between the amount of depreciation and the depreciated value? Grace.
How much money it's gone down by, and then how much money it's now worth.
Good. I'm going to write that down right now. This is the money it goes down by. And this one I'm going to write now worth. All right. So how do I find out how much it's going down by? How do I find out how much it's going down by? Yeah.
Don't you just take the original cost and multiply it by 45%?
Yep, I'm going to take the original cost and multiply it by 45%, which is 0.45. I'm hoping if nothing else you got out of the class, you know that 45% is 0.45, and that's drilled into you forever, that how to do percents with decimals and multiply it by the total. Yeah.
I thought it was 0.4.
So that would be $6,525. Now you could actually skip this step and do the depreciated value without subtracting. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract. I'm going to take 14,500. I'm going to subtract the amount it has gone down by, and now I've got left over this car is worth $7,975. Is it possible your car could be worth more than that? Yes. Why?
All those conditions.
condition. Or it could be worth way less than that because of condition. Okay? All right, now anybody want to take a guess? This is my second prize for today. I'm not going to do this question with you in this way. I'm going to do it a different way, and I want somebody who's going to be really cool to do this one. In fact, I think it's such a cool question that I'm going to give away a pen.
Those are like nuts.
I've got 4 pens. I've got purple, green, black, and orange. And I'll put you back in the running, Julie, if you want. Okay? All right. Do you remember earlier? Hey, focus on me now. Stop doing your homework. Do you remember earlier when I said you can actually do this in one step, and if we want like 100% plus that 9%, we would multiply by 1.09? So what if instead, I don't want to figure out the amount it's going down by. I just want to figure out the amount that's left. It's going down by 45%. What could I multiply by instead to find out how much is left? Think about it for a moment.
Like to find what it's now worth.
Know what it's now worth. So if it went down by 45%, instead I could multiply by something else to find out what it's now worth in one movement instead of subtracting afterwards. Hands up. 1, 2, 3. Come on, take a chance. 4.
I don't think I'm right.
If you're wrong, then who cares? 2. Oh, you want to be in 2? Okay, well, if Tyler gets it wrong, then I'll go for you. Tyler?
Don't you just do the 1.45?
No, that would be if I was adding 45% add onto the car value, but this is depreciating.
Then is it negative?
No, it's not negative 0.45. Good question, good guess. You're my new number 2. Okay? 4.
Do you multiply by 0.145?
No, that's what Tyler was saying, because that's if you add on 45%, like if that's called appreciating. That's if something's going up in value. This is depreciating, it is going down. Tyler also guessed a negative, which was a good guess, but not quite right.
Wait, hold on, so it's going down now?
Right, cars go depreciate in value, they go down. So your answer should not be 12,380, shouldn't be higher than that, it's gonna be lower than that. And if I took 12,380 and was it 380? And I multiplied by 1.45, I'd get something higher, right? And I know my car value has to go down. You wanna be in? Okay, you're my new number 4. Are you going back in?
I said 0.145, not 1.45.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said 0.145.
0.145, no, that would be 14.5%, so, good guess, but no. All right, but you're right, it wasn't the same as Tyler's. All right, number 1.
Will you times it by 0.45?
No, that would tell you how much it's going down by. We're trying to figure out how much is left. All right, let's try again.
Wait, can I be added?
You're my new number 1. 1.
Okay, I got the right answer, but it's kind of cheating.
I want one move to do it in.
12,380 times 0.55.
Yes?
That's 0.5.
Why?
Because the first numbers of the amount of depreciation are 55. I already did that portion. I don't know. I was just doing numbers.
Oh,
that's all.
then no.
Yeah. Oh, can I get reaction?
I need Sawyer has the right answer, but he has no idea why this works. Right?
Swear?
Man,
You're telling me I don't.
That
this
is
is twice.
second.
You go get a prize right now.
Okay, no, actually.
Yeah?
Can I have one of the pens?
No.
Dang it, it's worth a shot.
All right, hands up if you feel like you have an idea. I'm giving one more shot here. I'm telling you, 0.55 is the right answer, but Connor
Hey, I said it was
doesn't
cheating.
know why. He did say it was cheating. 1, 2, 3. Anybody else? 1.
Oh, let's go. By 0.5, because it's the opposite of 45. And it's supposed to be going down.
I understand what you're saying opposite, but explain it more. What do you mean by opposite?
It's like, if you times it by 45, that's how much it go up. Or that's not how much it go up. I don't know how to
It's too
explain
hard.
it.
I know what you're saying by opposite. I'm trying relate it to 100%. Right now, this car is worth 100% of its value, right?
And if it goes down 45%, then it'd have to be 55.
Percent is left.
Oh, you
Yeah.
take
Yes,
100%
55%,
minus 45.
100% minus 45% is 55%. This is what's left. If you take that 12,380, you multiply by